Hey everybody, it's Professor Diffley. So this is Ethics in the Modern World, Philosophy 201. This is an overview video for Module 7. I'm going to go through what the assignments are, the required reading, and actually talk about the second position paper for the week. So Module 7, we are looking at the ethics of simulated killing. So this is the second of our applied ethics modules here. Last week we did the ethics of animal ethics, the ethics of killing animals for food. Now we're looking at the ethics of simulated killing, and then where this is mostly going to be about is in video games in many ways. There's some discussion of films and plays and things like that, but a lot of it has to do with video games. And we'll see that if you when you read the chapter 8, and when you look at the lecture slides. So, excuse me. So, what is the assignments this week? Well, required reading, textbook, chapter 8. It's a very short chapter, so it's really not much. Then there's a 3-page article. The article, Morality in Games, Are Players Prone to Good or Evil Choices? And this is actually a very interesting article and something that's very in my own interest here, about choices players make in games, and a lot of role-playing games where you could create the character any way you want. You can make choices; they affect the game, the outcomes, the endings, things like that. You often have choices to be, essentially the good guy or the bad guy. What often comes in the best games that do this, like games like Red Dead Redemption have done this, and others, and even Fallout and others, it's often very gray, right? And that's a big thing about ethics, and it could be a lot of moral ambiguity, and that's there. What's always found me I found interesting in this is I've been playing video games my entire life, that I always end up being the good guy in there. It's very hard for me to, where you have the choice to be the rogue or to do the bad thing, I guess. I could never do it, even in some games like Fallout, where you'd actually have your character would go like towards good or bad, and they'd rank you in it, and I just cannot bring myself to continue. I've done a playthrough or two where I've been the evil character, but I don't know, it just always felt wrong to me. I'm not sure why. I'm curious. I'd be very curious to hear what others who play video games, what they choose and what decisions they make. Not saying I haven't gone on rampages in video games, certainly have, but but I usually don't save that file. But but there's a very good article. It's actually from the Hollywood Reporter of all places, interestingly, but a very good article. So read that along with textbook chapter 8. Required viewing. There is lecture slides with notes for module 7. Again, a very brief lecture slide compared to some of the early ones. I think there's only 19 slides, and that even includes some headers and titles. But as always, there's notes. Make sure you're looking at those. There is one required video game. One required video. Sorry, it is located down below. It is the Truth About Video Games and Violence, from the Adam Ruins Everything. Adam Ruins Everything series. You've probably seen these before. It's they usually do a pretty good job. It might not be like the same as some of the TED Ed videos we've seen before, but still a good video. And then there'll be some lecture videos, just a couple of them. And of course, you have an assignment, the Applied Ethics position paper, due at the end of the week there. So you can see the articles like I did last time. There's one in PDF form and one in article, a document form, the lecture slides, and here's the video for it. And again, that's only 5 minutes, so they're not that long. Obviously, you don't see the lecture slides because I haven't posted them here yet. So, what is your assignment? Again, the position paper. So we go over here to assignments, now position paper and final. We're down here for position paper 2, ethics of simulated killing. Requirements, instructions, same as last time. 750 words, answer in your own words, all that. It's pretty straightforward. Don't plagiarize, don't cheat. Everything goes through a safe assign. So what are you going to do in the assignment? Again, in paper of at least 750 words, choose a position on the question below. The main question, is it ethical to engage in or watch simulate killing, especially in the context of video games? And, why or why not? You got to explain in detail. But you should go through this and analyze it using Kantian ethics, utilitarianism, and virtue ethics, and then argue in favor of your position. Again, you have to back it up with sound arguments, that sort of thing. Anticipate opposing arguments, position, argue against them wherever possible, that sort of thing. So, in the applied ethics question, is it ethical to engage in and simulate killing, especially in the context of video games? Why not? Questions to consider, and you really should answer all of these and look at these. And you're going to see these I pulled these questions from the lecture slides, and there's discussions in there about it, so it gives you sort of a frame for this, because it's not as simple and straightforward as it might seem at first, that it's just about, is simulated killing okay? Yes or not? I mean, it's going to be, are all forms of simulated killing the same or equal, right? Are some more wrong than others, some acceptable? And if you view the lecture slides and the lecture videos, you'll hear me talk about that. The question is, does it have an impact in the real world, the simulated killing? Does it impact us as people, as human beings? Does it have an impact in the real world? Like, is it going to make us more or less violent or more violent? And, and that's especially where that video, Adam Ruins Everything, really gets in, because that's a debate since video games in the 1970s, but then I remember when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, that was an adolescent in the 90s, that was a big issue. Blamed everything on video games, that sort of thing. What other questions? What, if any, impact is deriving enjoyment from consuming entertainment that depicts simulated kill and having the real world? So what does that say about us? What does that, does that mean we're going to then go search things out like that we like this, that we pay for, the ability to simulate killings? Is there any real world impact in that? And is that okay that we're spending our money on this? Especially many people probably say they're peaceful people, they don't like violence, things like that, which I don't. Like, I don't own a gun, I've never shot a gun, but sure have shot a lot of video game guns, and shot a lot of people in those, not actual people, video game characters and things like that. But, what do we make of those seeming disconnects and things like that? And you can see in the text too, it's the paradox of tragedy is one of the section headers in there. It starts to get into this. What does it say that so many people enjoy this form of entertainment about us as individuals? Does the setting, story, and situation of the simulated killing matter? Why or why not? So again, what form of killing are we doing? Is this a game killing Nazis, which is American pastime in video games, going all the way back to like the Wolfenstein games, later the Doom series, things like that, and then, all the way through some of the Call of Duties, other games like that. Is there a difference between that and, say, a video game that actually is a simulated of Columbine, of killing Columbine, the massacre at Columbine? Are those equal? They're different? They're same? Is one worse than the others? There's, again, go into the videos and the text and we'll see that more. But again, you get multiple times upload. I only going to grade the last upload that you have there. So if you upload something, then a day or two later, which a couple of you have done on the first position paper, you wanted to change a couple things, you can upload a couple times. I will literally only grade the one that is uploaded last. But if you have any questions, let me know. Go through the required reading and the videos, the article, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what people have to say on this, to read your papers. But if you have any questions, again, reach out to me. Thank you.